These are 8 horrifying facts that will probably keep you up at night. An average human walks past 36 murderers in their lifetime. There's future biotech technology when injected into prisoners. It makes them feel they served a 1,000-year sentence in a matter of 8 hours. The blue whale ejaculates over 40 gallons of sperm when mating. Only 10% enters the female. And you always wonder why the sea tasted salty. If you block your nose when you sneeze, you can rupture a blood vessel in your neck that can make you bleed to death. People that are left-handed die 3 years faster than people that are right-handed. Watching horror films can burn up to 200 calories. You may be living the last year of your life without being aware of it. You are always 6 minutes away from death. Breathing just resets the clock. There's a lot more, like for part 9.
Scary facts you wish you never knew. Don't try to look at yourself in the mirror at the middle of the night because from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. your reflection isn't actually you.
You're gonna want to see this video. A mother was making a cute video filming her child when this happened. Cheese. Cheese. What you doing? What you see? What? Lucy? Who are you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on. Seems as if this kid was seeing the ghost of his grandpa. Now, I would say, aw, that's sweet. But it could be an evil spirit or a demon pretending to be the grandpa. Stuff like this happens, What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments below. Also, why are kids always the ones seeing ghosts? And dogs?
Videos that seem innocent, but actually have a terrifying backstory. This video shows a man playing Dance Dance Revolution while some teens unknowingly record him and make fun of him. 6 months after this video was taken, this man, Adam Lanzo, would shoot his own mother 4 times in the head while she's sleeping, then drive to Sandy Hook Elementary School where he'd murder 23 people. This video shows magician Tommy Cooper having a heart attack while on live TV. The audience, as well as his assistant, thought it was part of the show, so they laughed along while he died on stage. This video shows a popular CSGO streamer showing off his new McLaren. However, he was banned a week later for hacking, and this caused him to have a mental breakdown. So he purposely crashed his car into a van, killing himself, a mother, and her child. This video shows a band performing minutes before the venue burnt down and killed everyone inside. Even creepier, the band's name was
Creepy facts you didn't know. If you were born in February, March, June, and September, you have serial killer instincts in your heart. There is a rare disease called fatal familial insomnia which can completely destroy your ability to sleep. It's incurable and you can die within a few months or years if you're diagnosed with it. This might sound crazy, but you're always 6 minutes from dying, but breathing resets the clock. Exploding head syndrome causes people to hear extremely loud noises in their heads just as they're falling asleep. There are 40 volcanoes that could kill up to 1 billion people any minute. Due to a loss of blood pressure, your eyeballs become flat shortly after you die.
Here are 10 disturbing and scary facts you didn't know. Part 3. On October 9th, 1976, a small town in Ireland had an unusual fog sweep in around 7 p.m. Many people were scared and locked up their houses. The fog disappeared by morning. There were over 60 reported sightings of the undead that night. Police believed most of them were pranks. Strangely, the police found the local graveyard had all the graves dug up. This is a huge mystery in all of Europe, and was famous in the 70s. In 1724, Margaret Dixon was hanged, but was later found still alive. She was then allowed to go free because under Scots law, her punishment had been carried out, and she could not be executed for a second time for the same crime. Only later were the words, "until dead," added to the sentence of hanging. Residents in Toraja, Indonesia, take their deceased loved ones out of their graves once a year to celebrate their lives. These are the mugshots of William West and William West, and they're not related. They were both sent to Leavenworth Prison at the same time in 1903, and after some confusion, the staff understood that there were two different prisoners with the exact same name who looked exactly alike. They are a big part of the reason why fingerprints are now used as identification. During World War II, an American plane crashed on Chichijima, a Japanese island. There were 9 men on board, 8 of whom were captured and eaten. The one who was rescued was George Walker Bush. A 58-year-old man living alone in Japan started hearing strange noises at night and noticing things out of place in his house. He installed video cameras and discovered that a homeless woman had been living in his attic and cupboards for almost a year, undetected. It gets creepier. The way he found out about the woman was when he sat down in his living room to review the tapes and saw the woman climbing into a cupboard and closing the door. The cupboard was right next to where he was sitting. Until 2004, it was assumed that the giant squid was just a myth. This goes to show that there are likely a handful of sea monsters that still may be roaming the depths, waiting to be discovered. In 2012, 2 quantum physicists, Dr. Serge Haroche and Dr. David Wineland, received the Nobel Prize for their experiments, which showed that a particle can be at 2 locations at the same time. These experiments indirectly showed that parallel universes do exist. Julia is a sound recorded on March 1, 1999, by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. NOAA said the source of the sound was most likely a large iceberg that had run aground off Antarctica. However, pictures from NASA's Apollo 33A5 show a large shadow swaying through the southwest section of Cape Cadre at the same time as the recorded sound. Although still classified, the pictures apparently provide information that this unknown shadow is 2 times larger than the Empire State Building. Edgar Allan Poe predicted the future. His only novel is about 4 shipwrecked men who run out of food and eat the cabin boy, Richard Parker. 46 years after it was published, a yacht sank in real life, and 3 of the 4 survivors also decided to eat the cabin boy, named Richard Parker.
Do you want to know one of the scariest facts I've learned while studying astronomy? We still don't really know how big the universe is. Seriously. Right now, the observable universe is around 90 billion light years across. Anything beyond this point is moving away from us faster than the speed of light, so we can never see it. And here's the scary part. We aren't sure what's beyond this point, and our theories are crazy. The math shows that the actual universe is at least 500 times larger than what we can see, and it's perhaps even infinite. That means we will only ever possibly know a tiny fraction of our universe.
8 terrifying facts you never knew. Prepare to be captivated and terrified by these shocking, creepy, and disturbing facts. The last fact will make your jaw drop. If you die in a dream, your brain will automatically wake you up because it cannot comprehend what happens after death. The deep, unexplored parts of the ocean might be home to unknown and frightening creatures. Because we have not fully explored the ocean, there is a chance that there are huge and unusual creatures lurking in the depths. The Earth is vulnerable to cosmic events beyond our control, such as gamma-ray bursts, supernovae, or solar flares. These phenomena have the potential to release massive amounts of energy and radiation, posing a threat to life on Earth. The deep sea is an extremely harsh and unforgiving environment. The pressure at the deepest parts of the ocean can reach over 1,000 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level, which is equivalent to the weight of 50 jumbo jets resting on your chest. The time between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. is considered mysterious. It is believed to be a period when spirits and supernatural forces have the most influence. The human body is said to be at its weakest during this hour, and it is believed that 99% of natural deaths occur during this time. Sometimes individuals may laugh, talk, or cry in their sleep, and it is often attributed to the presence of 3 spirits sitting in the room beside their bed. After the death of her husband, and with no breadwinner in the house, Mary Ann Bevan decided to enter a contest and won the offensive title of ugliest woman in the world, and was hired by a circus. She endured the ridicule of others in order to raise her children and give them a better life. There are over 200 bodies on Mount Everest, and they're used as landmarks. Dr. Karl Tanzler had fallen in love with a woman named Elena, who was one of his patients. When she died, he snuck into her tomb and brought her corpse home. He kept her in the house for 7 years straight as the body rotted away, and he propped her up like a mannequin. He was only caught when someone saw him dancing with the corpse in front of an open window. Like for part 2.